basic controllers since we have some of these guys in here. So I'm going to go ahead and make, let's do my Rig 101 setup. And let's see, so he's already made me a vision controller. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up the eyes, which I think he may have. Yes, I think he's already done the aim constraints, which is great. So I don't have to worry about that.
And aim constraints, just clicking the eyes and then the whatever controller you made, and then do.
Well, I believe that he actually. I don't see a skin cluster on this. So how did you do this, John? Did you parent him? Let's find out. Sometimes half the fun is just trying to figure out what someone else did.
Maybe he took the mesh, parented it to the joint, and then the joint is.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah, that's what it did. So this does work. It physically does work. I will say it may not be the best solution. This physically works, but here's why. So let's say if you want to scale a character growing bigger or smaller, you would probably want to attach it with a skin cluster so that it will take that joint information from the thing it's skinned to and actually grow according to that. So that might be a better solution for it. But I'll leave it since he purposely put it in here this way, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that. So I'll respect the decision. But if it was me, I probably would just have this in the Geo group and then have these guys skinned to their joints. Make sense? Okay. It's fun seeing what other people do. All right. And I believe he probably has each one of these set up with an aim constraint to the joint. Yep, there we go. So each one of these joints right here, the base joint, has an aim constraint that's going to its respective eye. You guys remember when we did Scupacabra?
Mm-hmm.
Same type of approach when we had the 6 eyes.
Headlight?
Huh?
You mean like that headlight thing? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
6 eyes.
Yeah, he had 6 eyes, so it's like it was like he had car headlights. Yeah, exactly. So that'll work. So let's go and do a jaw. We'll go and do the jaw joint or jaw controller. So I'm gonna do.
The controller for the hand, it's just like just
Say what?
the controller for the hand. It's just like a hand.
Yeah, I haven't even messed with that, so I don't even know what he set up there. I'm not really sure how far along he's gotten since it with this thing. All right. Okay. All right, so clearly that is not going to work that well. So I'm going to go ahead and the positioning is not going to work that well. So I'm going to go and freeze my transformations. I'm going to go and group it to itself for an offset group. And then we're going to go to modify center pivot. I'm going to go move this forward. And then move it down just a bit. See how it kind of fits around her jaw. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and deform this curve so it actually will fit a little bit better for us. What?
The camera's like, because when you have the full face, it just auto focuses to her face.
Well, I hit F. You know about that, right?
No, on my iPad.
Oh. She's so realistic. So I'm just gonna try to make something that kind of sits really close to the skin.
It's these wire braces.
Hi guys. Just got back from the dentist.
Jimmy from
So I saw one of the really like most cringiest things ever on Reddit. Some guy on the 3D. So you guys know I do a lot of 3D printing, right?
yeah.
Okay. If you don't know, I do a lot of 3D printing. And so I'm on the 3D printing. Actually, no, I was on Facebook. Yeah, it's a Facebook group for 3D printing. And this one guy was talking about how he has a phobia of dentists, but he needs to get braces.
Oh no.
Oh no. Did he make his own?
He was asking for advice on how to make braces and 3D print them out himself. He had 75 people telling him he was nuts. Not to do it. And he's like, but I've been to 12 dentists and they all screw me up. And I'm like, okay. You're special. All right. Anyway. So we're going to go call this.
Just 3D print new teeth.
Dude, he's going to have to after that. Mouth controller.
They have calcium.
Do you
No,
remember when you
also.
hit me in the head with that 3D printed Pac-Man ghost over the summer?
What?
In the summer, me and Linda were working.
Oh, is that you I hit?
Yeah, you hit me in the head.
Do you still have it?
I still have it. I gave it to my dad.
Good job. See, not everything bad happens with 3D printing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let's take his pivot point, we'll snap it back to here. Take this controller, this joint, I'm going to do rigging, constrain, I want to do an orient. So then when I open the jaw, it's going to open up the jaw, the joint itself, so it should be good there. And I need a basic head controller of like some sort. So let's do a prism.
Was that constrained parent?
It was an orient.
Orient.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll
you.
do a box. She's got like a tentacle head. Alright, let's go here. Alright, so that should work. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm just going to label head controller. Go ahead and freeze. It's transforms. And so the reason why I'm putting this in is so I can have something if I need to like move this pivot point right here. So I need to rotate the head up inside there. And then this is going to be a child of the upper neck. So actually he does have a naming convention. So he's using Lily for everything. So I think I should probably use that as well. Okay. So child, parent. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this guy. I'm going to move its pivot point to here. And then we're going to take this guy, parent, child, and I want to do an orient. So when I rotate, spider in a box, yes. And then this guy, where does he need to go? Where's the mouth controller need to go now in order to follow along with the head?
Nested underneath the head cone.
Huh?
Nested under the head cone.
Exactly. So we're going to do that. So child, parent. There we go. So I'm going to move it. this guy will move this one. He will move this one. And we're all happy.